Yo, welcome to another episode of For the Culture. I'm your host, KP, as well as my co-host.
Tay.
In today's episode, man, we would like to introduce you guys, man, a boxer, man. He holds down 2 weight classes, 2 divisions, man. He's a champion for featherweight. He's a featherweight champion for IBF featherweight champion, and he's a WBO junior featherweight champion. I'd like to give it up for my boy, Angelo Leo, bro. Appreciate you for letting us have you on, G.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro. Thank you guys for having me.
Most definitely, bro. And without further ado, man, tell a little bit about yourself, bro. Where you from, and, how you came about.
So my name is Angelo Leo.
Right.
I'm currently the IBF featherweight world champion, and I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico. That's my hometown. I've been here living in Las Vegas for around 9 years already, and yeah, man, I love it. I love it out here. It's home for me, and I'm just doing my thing out here in Vegas.
For sure, bro. Bro. And about boxing, bro, when did you first start doing it, bro? When did you start getting into it?
So I started boxing when I was around 8 years old. Yeah, eight or 9. And my dad got me into it at a very young age. And first I was in soccer, and then I was in karate. And then, but they weren't really my things, I was more like a solo type of person. I like to be by myself, kind of like lone wolf kind of.
Right.
And he introduced me to boxing through like magazines and watching boxing, and I kind of grew into liking it a lot.
That's what's up.
And then, I started loving it after that, and I thought about becoming a world champion, and, that's when the dreams started coming. And, yeah, the rest is history from there, and got a few fights, amateur fights, and then from there I started winning national titles, and then eventually when I turned 18, I turned professional.
Man, that's what's up. That's a big leap.
Yeah, for real. I was going to say big leap. So with you trying like all the sports like and all that, I was going to say like, how did you know like boxing was the one for you? Like, it was for sure the one. Like, this is what I for sure want to do. This is me.
Yeah, I just seen it as a challenge for me. I seen it as a challenge. And soccer, it's a team sport, so I had to interact with a lot of people and all that. And boxing, for me, all eyes were on me. But once I got that first W, it felt good. It felt good. And so I was like, I want to keep this up. And then I got W after W, and then I think I went like 7-0 as an amateur until I lost my first amateur fight. But that didn't stop me though.
Right.
And it gave me the confidence that I needed, because I grew up, not with a lot of confidence or anything like that. So, boxing brought that to me, and it just it showed me a lot, like honor, like respect and all that, and humility. So it taught me a lot in a lot of senses.
Man, as it was with your dad getting you into boxing, I'm pretty sure you watched it growing up, right?
Oh, for sure.
So,
yeah,
man,
sure.
tell me, like, who was somebody that you feel that, like, you got your style, like, you looked up to a lot in the rankings when you were younger in boxing?
So for me growing up, I'm an unk now. I'm 31 years old now. So the one coming up at my time was Oscar De La Hoya.
Ooh.
Oscar De La Hoya was the guy.
Mm-hmm.
And Marco Antonio Barrera, Eric Morales, Floyd Mayweather came in a little later around my time. But I think it was Oscar De La Hoya. Being a Mexican-American, that was the fighter everyone looked up to at the time. So I say De La Hoya.
For sure, bro. De La Hoya was a bad man. Yeah. His fights, he is an icon for sure in the sport of boxing, for sure.
No, for sure. I was gonna say, bro, when you started boxing, all that, what would you say the biggest thing you had to overcome to get into like boxing for real, to take it serious?
The biggest thing to overcome, you said?
Yeah, you had to overcome.
I would say just a lot of sacrifices as far as like my friend group and all that.
Yeah.
Not able to hang out with certain like friends and all that, and go out and do certain things because I was always training. I couldn't, like, they wanted to go here and go there and go party, and I really couldn't do that because I had to dedicate all my time to boxing. So, but it paid off in the end.
For sure.
It paid off in the end, and I'm glad to be a boxer. I wouldn't change it for anything else. But for the most part, like, I didn't have a regular childhood like a lot of people that I grew up with.
Right. So it's like you had like a strong work ethic ever since you got into it. Like
Yeah.
everything was just straight that boxing, boxing, boxing.
For sure.
And
For
you didn't
sure.
have time for yourself now. Do you say that like does it still play a part that like you having a strong work ethic and stuff like that? Does it still play into like you having off time to just do the things that you really like doing besides boxing? You would say?
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Nowadays, you know, I get to hang out with my homies and all that, and you know, get a little bit of free time for myself. But for the most part, I love what I do. So boxing, you know, I look forward to it. That's like that's my job right there, and that's like my passion.
Okay, and I was gonna say, what is something the ring taught you? Like, what have you learned outside of the ring that you apply to your everyday life?
Just to keep pushing forward, man.
Yeah.
Just to keep like, because boxing translates a lot. Life translates to boxing a lot. Like, life is gonna throw you a lot of curveballs. Life is gonna throw you this, but you gotta learn how to roll with the punches, man. You gotta roll with the punches and just keep going, because you never know that other fighter that you're fighting, he's just as tired as you, and he's took a lot of punches, but you know, it could be that last round that you get him.
That matters,
you know?
man.
That
it
matters.
matters.
Yeah. And so same thing with life. You know, whatever you do, you don't give up on your dreams. Maybe it's the next you want to give up that year, but maybe it's the next year you know, might be your breakout year. So you just never know. That's what boxing taught me, just to keep pushing forward.
For sure, bro. And as far as like waiting your turn, bro, do you feel like that you waited your turn, like you ready now? Like anything, task, any person that you come across, you ready for? It's like it's your time. Do you feel that like you still have years to go, or do you feel like, bro, you ready for your biggest fight ever? You could go.
Oh, right now I'm ready for my biggest fight ever. Right now, yeah. Because
Sure.
I've been in the game for a pro for around 13 years already, so I'm ready to go. I've seen every style. I've fought every style. I've been in the big fights, you know, big crowds, little crowds, everything. So I'm ready for whoever, you know.
Man, that's what's up, bro. And to add on, bro, like the big lights, the first time like you seeing like the crowd, you start seeing like the big lights and you stepping in the ring, what fight was it? And you described like what was it like walking out that tunnel and just seeing like, damn, the crowd's right there. This is like one of your top fights you ever fought. Like what was the feeling?
Honestly, that would have to be my second world title fight, because that was a big crowd. It was in my hometown, and yeah, everything was on the line, and everyone counted me out. So, you know, I had to go in there and prove myself and prove the fighter that I really was, and I did exactly that.
For sure, bro.
Cool. And for someone like who's trying to break into the boxing industry, what are some ways they can stand out? Because I was gonna say a lot of people are trying to get into boxing and stuff, but they're waiting for like the right opportunity, the right moment. What is like? How does that look like? Or what is some advice you can give someone who is trying to break into the industry?
So basically, it's there's no secret of boxing. You know, it's hard work. It's a discipline, for sure. Discipline. You gotta have discipline in boxing, and dedication. You know, and now in this day and age, a social media presence is very important, because you can make a lot of money just by not being that popular. But I mean, not having that many fights, but being popular as a person. You know, they're gonna watch you. Look at all these YouTube fighters and all that. They're popular, and they're doing well for themselves because of their social media presence.
For sure.
But going back to like the original thing is discipline and dedication.
For sure, bro. And for a lot of boxers, they've been fighting since like your age, like for example, 8, 10, 11, whatever the case may be. Do you feel that like that's somebody that want to get into it that's a little older? Do you think that they will still have a shot at becoming great even though they get into the sport a little older, like around like 19, 18? Do you think they still have a shot at being great or like having experience to go far?
Oh, for sure. I think I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen with my friends. I've seen fighters that started at 20 years old, 21 years old, 17. So I think it just really matters on the person. It matters on their dedication and how quick they pick up the sport. But yeah, I think there's really no age limit to when you can start boxing, as long as you're not like, you know, super old. But you can make some noise being a 20-year-old starting boxing, for sure.
Right. Cool. And I was gonna say, do you got like a dream fight you want to have? Like they can be retired, doesn't matter. Just anyone you do want to get in the ring with if you had the chance.
If you had the chance to fight, man, if you had a chance to fight Pernell Whitaker or Roy Jones Jr., Mike, who would have been out of any boxer?
Out of any boxer, I would have to say, honestly, I don't want that Naoya Inoue fight.
Ooh.
Yeah. And that's a dream fight right there, and it makes sense because he's a pound for pound champion, and I'm right up there, and he's gonna come up to featherweight sooner or later, and yeah, that's my dream fight right there.
For sure. And with the skill set you got, do you think you can outright beat him, or do you think it would be a good fight?
I could beat him.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's what I like to hear.
There we go. Anyway.
For sure, bro. And you sticking toe to toe with anybody in the ring. You say him being it. Would you think to go with anybody else, like a Frank Martin or Shakur, anybody that's like within your weight class? Do you think that you had a chance with them as well?
Of course. I mean, anyone around the featherweight division, I'm willing to fight. You know, if it's someone from 122 or 130, I'm ready to fight.
For sure, bro. You hear him, bro?
He
Ready, bro.
ready.
No cap.
I was gonna say we should ask this earlier, but I heard you say you were from New Mexico, and I was gonna say, at what point did you move to Vegas? Since like, know what, this is home.
So I moved here in 2017, but I think right away I knew it was gonna be home because of the opportunity that Vegas presents itself with, and just everything else. You know, I like the city as a city.
Yeah.
And it's cool. You know, I met a lot of people on the way, a lot of friends, a lot of good people. So it's considered home to me now.
Cool.
But Albuquerque, you know, it's my hometown. I got a shout out to Albuquerque, New Mexico. That's my hometown and everyone out there. But yeah, and shout out to Vegas.
Man, for sure. Not only that, I think Vegas is like it's like a fight capital for like Showtime events, bro. Floyd, so many fights, so many like iconic fights and stuff is in either Las Vegas or New York, but for sure Vegas is probably like the home of like the bright lights for like
Showtime. Yeah, they just opened up like Dana White tried to open up the thing where he trying to do the boxing too.
Oh, so for real?
Yeah,
he doing.
Zuffa
Yeah,
boxing,
I was gonna say. Yeah, I just seen it the past week, and I was gonna say that was a good turnout event. I was gonna say
Zuffa.
Would you fight like anyone in those brackets, or like did you know anyone that did fight?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was actually watching them.
Yeah,
watching those fights at Circa the other night, and yeah, I knew a few people actually that fought on that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you know if it's gonna be like based in Vegas or like kind of like everywhere?
That I don't know yet.
I was gonna say.
I know they're having it at the UFC Apex, which is down the street.
For sure. And as far as like you getting into like being in two different weight classes, bro. What is it like that? What's the difference between the WBO and the IBF, like the division? Like, what's the difference between those?
So they're all sanctioning bodies, like sanctioning organizations in boxing. There's 4 of them. There's the WBC, WBO, WBA, and IBF.
Okay.
So they're all of equal importance, and they're all championship belts in boxing. So I have the IBF, and I had the WBO at 122.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, coming with those belts, being a champion, they said things like, do you have to pay to have the belt? Or do you just you got the belt, you don't have to pay nothing? Is that like a thing?
Yeah, you got to pay your sanctioning fees, because that's what keeps the company up and running. The belt organization up and running is through the fighters' fees.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Man.
I was gonna say, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right, I got a question. What does winning mean to you?
What's that?
What does winning mean to you?
Winning's everything. Yeah, winning's everything, you know, because I don't like to lose.
Right.
Yeah, I don't like to lose at all. So I'm very competitive. So winning, I got to win, you know, no matter what. Even if it's like by knockout, if it's by decision, unanimous decision, if it's by majority decision, if I win by 1 point, that's all that matters. I got the W at the end of the day.
No, I'm saying like more so like in life, like outside the ring with everything, like with family. Like what does winning mean to you?
Winning to me, it's still everything, you know. It's still everything, but it depends on what's winning in life, you know.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people think, you know, winning in life is financial.
Yeah.
People are winning financial, but they're empty. They're losing in other aspects, you know. For me, winning is, you know, good health, a good support system, and you know, strong family at home. That's winning for me.
For sure, bro. And my thing, I have a question, bro. What is five words boxing has taught you as a man?
5 words. Let me see. I say respect, humility, discipline, dedication, and perseverance.
Man, that's what's up. And being in the ring, you know, iron sharpen iron. You feel me? Got the skill set. What's one skill set that you have that other boxers don't have?
I would say my resilience. A lot of fighters have resilience, but I just think that I'm just cut from a different fabric, you know. Yeah, I just I'm able to work through things, you know, and get my way at the end of the day.
I heard that.
And I was gonna say, when you training for a fight, going through the process and all that, I was gonna say, how do you stay disciplined?
Just keeping in mind the end result,
Yeah,
and what I want, because that's what keeps you in line, in check. You know, if you don't keep that in mind, what you want, then you're gonna veer off.
Wow.
man.
So you hear in the gyms and the games he's saying. So as far as like with your work ethic, your hard work, bro, do you feel that like every fight, do you go into like with knowing, do you like intensify your hard work ethic in everything you do, or do you just every fight is the same thing over and over until you get to that day?
I say you want to elevate every single time. Every single time you train and you work, you got to elevate yourself, you know. And keep in mind, though, you don't want to overwork either. It's a fine line. It's a fine line. And us boxers, we know how to, us professional, especially at the elite level that we are,
Man,
you got to know when to let off the gas, because everybody's training hard, everybody's working hard at this level, but you don't want to break down your body. You don't want to burn out either. So you got to know how to work intelligently.
And you walk around. What's your walk around weight? I may ask.
I like walk around 140. Yeah. So nothing too crazy. I fight at 126, so I'm around 140. I fluctuate 141, maybe 139. It's just, you know.
Man, and is it hard to like cut weight as a boxer? Is it hard to like cut weight to get to that weight?
It is, but it wasn't as hard as 122. Like 122, I was killing myself.
What?
Yeah.
What are the things that you had to do? Like, did you have to like cut back on food, or just like cut back on certain
How was
things?
like your diet? How did that work?
So at 122, there came a point where I didn't eat for like about 3 days. Yeah, just a little bit of water, and that's about it.
Wow.
And it took me like, my last fight at 122, it took me 2 days to lose 4 pounds. And mind you, I lose 4 pounds in one session. Like right now, I lose 5 pounds easy. And it took me 2 days, and I was just gassed, tired. Like I would throw a 3-punch combination, and I would just be
Tired.
Yeah.
So when Tank put out the rehydration clause, is that like a huge factor that he puts out, or like
it is, for sure. It can make a difference in a fight, from a W to an L.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Because you see the difference between when Ryan Garcia
that shit was
fought Tank
crazy.
and when he fought other fighters, you know, when he fought Devin Haney, just how filled in he was when he fought Devin Haney and all that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how you feel about like all these influencer stuff, like trying to get into the boxing and stuff now? Do you feel like they're taking it serious, or like it's just for jokes, or like do you respect it? I should say.
Man, and do you think they're taking over as well, like the Jake Pauls and everything else?
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're taking over, but I think they're introducing a different audience to boxing, which is cool. You know, like I'm not opposed to that, and they're bringing different people into the boxing. So if they're bringing more to boxing, you know, I'm not against that. But I do see like the traditionalists where they're like, nah, like it should be about boxing and all that. I get it, but at the end of the day, boxing is an entertainment.
It is.
And so you got to entertain people. And if it brings more people to the boxing, hey, more power to them.
No, for sure. And could you ever see yourself on like a card with like a Jake Paul card, or like a any like influencer cards to bring yourself up or no?
Possibly, yeah. I would be open to it.
For sure. You heard it here, bro. Jake Paul, bro.
Jake Paul,
Check
yeah.
him out, bro. He's the
Check
realest,
him
for
out.
real.
For
2 division
real.
weight class, he's the realest for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I was gonna say, out of all the guys and stuff in the back, I'm more sure you spar with them. I was gonna say, what's some things you learned about them that they might have to work on, or like some things you like know what they got it. Like what's like? Tell us about the team, man. What's
Man,
about the
so
team?
I have a pretty big team,
Yeah.
to be honest. You know,
Mhm.
I got, this is just a few of them, but I have
Mhm.
like about three other guys in my team, and man, they're all up and coming. They're all up and
Yeah.
coming, and they all got the different styles, and we just try to sharpen each other. You know,
Yeah.
that's the main thing, is iron sharpens iron.
Yes, sir.
They're definitely learning from me, being a world champion and already being there, but I'm also learning from them because they're hungry, they're young, and they keep me on my toes.
Man, they keep you
Yeah.
to keep going your drive.
Yes, sir.
Man, for sure.
So with
bro.
you chasing something like so big, even though you already had success with like over the years, like for our podcast, do you feel like having a strong support system around us is important, or like is it more so you guys should just focus on y'all, just be about y'all?
I say both. I say
Mhm.
both because at the end of the day, it's about you guys.
Yes,
it's
sir.
about you and you.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, whatever anybody else says shouldn't matter if it's negative or positive. But as
Mhm.
long as you got a positive outlook on what you want to do, then that's what really matters. You know,
For
because
sure.
a support system is good, but it's not everything.
Yeah.
It definitely helps though. But first thing is what comes here
Yes,
in your
sir.
heart, you know,
Mhm.
and your mind.
Man, and with you saying iron sharpens iron, bro, you've been so many fights, taking so many fights, and to where you are now. The question I got for you is, who was the hardest fighter you had to fight in your time right now, or like on your record? Who was the hardest?
The hardest one. That's a good question because they all have been pretty hard. I say Vinalo was pretty tough. You know, he was pretty tough. Fulton was pretty tough. My only loss, but yeah, those two guys, Fulton and Vinalo.
And we in 2026. I was gonna say we wrapping up January.
Mm.
What can we look forward to for the rest of the year for you?
I say maybe a unification fight. Maybe unification fight with another champion, or possibly the Inoue fight. You know, possibly the Inoue fight. I'm here to give the fans the great fights. You know,
Yes, sir.
I wanna give you guys great fights. I wanna give prove to myself the fighter that I am, and just be hopefully crack that top 10 pound for pound list
There you go.
this year. Yeah.
There you go.
No cap.
And with you like going into a fight, do you like have butterflies like in your stomach sometimes? Or, like how
Man.
do you like if you do, how do you get over that? Like do you just take the first punch, swing the first punch? How does that
Man.
work?
So actually, when I step in the ring, all those butterflies go away as soon as I step in the ring. And I'm not the only fighter that feels that way. I've talked to other fighters, and they're like, yeah, once you get up in that ring, it all goes away. Because there's no turning back at that
Man,
point.
you
It's
in
like
there, it's
you're
just
already in
you.
there, and
Man.
it's just me and you, and let's get it at that point.
No
And I was
cap.
gonna say, do the crowd like really play an effect on like boxers? You would say, or like not really? They like learn how to just zone it out and just know what it's me and this person. We at it.
It does play an effect, yeah. It does
yeah.
play an effect. Depending on the crowd, if they're for you, though, it plays an effect for you. If they're against you, it plays an effect on you. Yeah.
And just to add on, have you ever been like in a hostile environment? You felt like
Man, where
with
people just
boxing?
booing you.
Well,
F you, do what?
My last fight was in Japan.
Mm.
So it was in Japan, and it was against in his hometown. Good thing though is the Japanese people, they're very respectful.
Mhm.
So there wasn't really too much booze, but there was cheers when he did, land a punch and stuff like that. And if like you're not ready for it, that can play a mental.
Yeah.
A mental.
I was just finna ask that. Like,
yeah,
how
mental
does that?
thing on you.
Mhm. And how do you handle that? Like, at that point, do you have to just get over it? Is there certain like, do you like cope a certain way? Or like, you know what? I just got to go ahead and just do it. Just
So you just gotta stay calm. You
Yeah.
gotta stay calm and just keep in mind that I'm gonna get him next. But you
Mhm.
gotta be like, you gotta be able to just stay calm under pressure. That's it. Yeah.
That's what's
man,
up,
that
bro.
is.
And learning from your L's, have you learned from your first L, and did it develop you to make you way more stronger? And did you learn from the process of what happened, how you went about it? How did you feel? Matter of fact, how did you feel after taking your first L? I know it sucked, but how did you feel?
Oh man, it sucked. It sucked. I ain't gonna lie. It sucked, and it was tough. It was tough the first couple months. I didn't pick up a boxing glove for about 2 months, and that's never my that's never that's not me.
Right.
I'm always in the gym. Even when I win, a week later, 4 days, 5 days later, I'm in the gym, and I didn't pick up a boxing glove for about 2 months after that. And I was real hurt, but eventually I got over it, and I was like, you know what, it's time to get back into this and keep at it. And but that L, it taught me a lot though. It taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about myself. I went back and reflected on the fight, seeing what I did wrong, and I corrected all my mistakes. And I'm a completely different fighter from when I fought Fulton. Yeah,
sure.
And a lot of people could tell you dang, you're not the same fighter that
Right.
you were 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and so I learned a lot from that fight for sure.
Whew. So if Fulton, another part 2, would you do it? Would you run it back with him?
For sure, for sure.
Most definitely. I feel like that could be
Yeah.
on the card 2 for this year. I feel
that would be a good fight.
that would be a real good fight, y'all
Yeah,
too.
most definitely.
Coming up, most definitely.
And I was gonna say, how do you how do you keep your mental strong with social media playing a big part? You dealing with big crowds. I was gonna say a lot of just stuff going on for you. How do you keep your mental strong?
I say just having a good relationship with God too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, having a good relationship with God and just the things that I've been through, they've taught me just to have a strong mindset, but first and foremost, to have a strong relationship with God.
Most definitely.
For sure, bro. And as far as when you getting ready for the day of, do you have any rituals or anything you do while you're in the locker room? What is your build up to the fight? What do you do? What is your ritual? You could say that's your own.
For the day of the fight?
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically it's pretty simple, I'm just locked in. Anybody that knows me fight day, I'm real quiet. I don't really talk to anyone,
Right.
It's just I'm locked in on the game plan. In the morning, I have my breakfast and all that. And then after that, just rest up in the hotel room, just chilling, just going over the game plan and stretching. But it's very simple. It's nothing crazy. And then because all the hard work is done, everything is done, and I just locked into getting that W.
For sure, bro. And leading up to that first championship fight, you winning it, you going in there, bro. What was the difference between going in and going out? What was the experiences going in the fight and then coming out with the belt? What was going through your head?
From my first world title fight?
Yeah.
The difference, that's a good one, but honestly, from that time that I fought for the world title, that day, I just knew I was gonna be a world champion.
That's
I just knew I was gonna be a world champion, and walking out that arena, it was just validation for me. I was like, I'm world champion, but it felt good though. It felt good because it was a lifelong dream of mine. But that was it right there.
For sure,
And
bro.
for not just the next generation in general, who's some boxers that are coming up that you do respect or got a lot of respect for?
That are coming up?
Well, coming up, already in the game, or just in general?
Let me see.
That you feel that don't get enough recognition or under the radar?
Right now, I really like Bam Rodriguez, Jesse Bam Rodriguez. He's one of my favorite fighters right now. I like David Benavidez, but they're all getting the recognition now. But I know Jesse Bam Rodriguez, he had a tough time coming up as well because no promoter wanted to sign him. But now look at him now. He's top pound for pound, one of the best right now.
And I was gonna say, how you get signed to a promoter if you are an amateur? Do you got to just keep on showing up to fights and then they just see the potential in you, or how does that work?
Yeah, so basically they see who you are, they look at if you won national titles, if you're an Olympian, things like that. And they take a look at you and they see if you got potential. If you got potential, then they'll sign you and stuff like that.
I didn't even know that. I was
Right.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Man, and as far as like walkouts, music, and stuff like that, is there any artist or anybody you would like hope you want to walk out with you while you out there one time for one fight to walk out with? Is there anybody you want to walk out with you?
Maybe Shoreline Mafia.
Ooh, hey, nah, they
Shoreline Mafia,
hard.
yeah. That'd be
somebody that you wouldn't like that you want to that you already know. We already got that locked in.
For sure. So you said Shoreline Mafia, you're a big fan of them. Man, is there anybody else you would like want to see walk out with or like have on your side that's like, you know it, in your team?
As far as like walkout music, maybe Peso Pluma.
Hey.
That'd be pretty cool. JLP, you know, I'm Mexican American, so a lot of these Mexican artists that are coming up, that would be nice, you know, to get the whole Mexican crowd behind me.
For sure. And as far as like your top 5 for your country, for your culture, who do you think is your top 5 boxers out of all of it, all time, of your ethnicity, all time?
Out of my ethnicity?
Yes, sir.
I say Julio Cesar Chavez.
He 5 or 1?
He's number 1.
Okay,
Number one.
okay,
He's number
bet.
1. I got Julio, number 1. I gotta say Canelo.
Okay.
Canelo 2. Ricardo Lopez 3. And then I gotta say Marco Antonio Barrera.
Okay.
And then Salvador Sanchez.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
There we go.
Man, do you see yourself keeping in that top 5 sooner or later?
Eventually,
go.
when it's all said and done, hopefully.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When it's all said and done, bro, what legacy do you want to leave behind in the sport of boxing?
Just a multi-division, multi-champion, for sure. Yeah, I want to be the best I can be.
There you go.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Always got to. And what advice would you give someone that's, you know, in a down phase, that maybe just lost a fight and they don't know what to do, or just not just a fight, but just in life in general?
Yeah.
Just what advice would you give them?
I say, man, just keep pushing through it, you know, because it always gets better. And it may be hard right now, but you know, if you give up now, then you're gonna have that regret later on of what would have happened if I would have kept going and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I say just keep pushing. You know, loss is just a learning experience.
Do you ever feel like with your personality, do you ever feel like you're humble, or do you feel like, I'm gonna talk my shit? Like you feel me, who you are, do you feel like you a humble person, or like describe your personality in the boxing world?
So yeah, I say for the most part, people call me humble. You know, they say I'm humble, but like, you know, I crack jokes with my friends and all that. You know, like we're crazy, like outside of the boxing. Like people don't know me, but like we really just be crazy outside.
For sure, bro. What's one thing that the people don't really know much about you, bro? Like, what's something that you also like doing as well on your free time that people don't know much about you?
I would say just you know, I say just chilling with my friends. You know, that's usually what we do. We just kick it. We go out. You know, do stuff like that. But a lot of people don't know that I like art a lot. You know, all types of art, like painting, graffiti art, all that. I used to do that back in the day. But yeah, just all into the culture, you know, and really big into the hip hop culture, for sure.
What's some names you look up to, like in the hip hop industry? All time, it doesn't matter. All time, I gotta go to all time.
Who I look up to? Mike. I would say, Tupac.
For sure.
Yeah, Tupac. Yeah.
Good one. That's
because he was really mature for his age as well.
Yeah, for sure.
I think he passed away when he was 25, but yeah, he was real mature, and the things that he said were really inspiring.
For sure, bro. And what's one thing, something your corner had told you in a fight, or like something that's never left you that you learned from your corner?
I think when I was in my first world title fight, I think my dad had told me, because my dad is my trainer, he
Shout
told
out
me,
to
he's
Dad.
like, one more round and you become world champion.
Whew.
Something like that, yeah. It was along those lines, but he's like, yeah, one more round, 2 more rounds, and you'll be a world champion.
Man, and that was just like a damn. It gave you goosebumps. It made you feel like, yeah, I'm finna go get it.
Yeah, pretty much.
For sure, bro. And that's nothing like that's an amazing feeling.
That is. So I was gonna say, you said you had got into boxing with the magazines and stuff. Did you ever imagine your dad becoming your trainer or your coach?
Not really, not really. But he kind of just evolved into my trainer, you know. Just being my dad and being around boxing, he's always teaching me, and then eventually he became my trainer. But we have a whole team behind the scenes, which is my strength and conditioning coach, my cut man, who was my original trainer, but he's now my cut man. But they all play important roles in my boxing.
For sure.
I gotta this like a little side question on that. But do you feel like the average person, if they had 3 months to train, they're fighting someone up and coming, do you think they can survive? They got 3 months of training for at least like 5K. Do you think someone will be able to survive a boxing match
With you?
No, just with anyone, just like anyone in general. Like
Okay.
KP, me, you up and coming.
And we got 3 months.
We got 3 months to train against an amateur, against whoever, for
3
5K.
months.
5-minute rounds.
Oh, 5-minute rounds?
5-minute rounds.
Let's say we gonna go to Selm.
It's gonna take a little longer than 3 months. It's gonna take a little longer.
We can't get knocked
I'm
down.
sorry to say, but 3 months is maybe 6 months. Maybe 6 months. But boxing, man, it's a long road. It's a long road, yeah. It takes a lot of discipline and a lot dedication, especially for your body to like acclimate to all the hard training. Because boxing is like, I think, the hardest sport, to be honest.
Yeah,
you know,
for
just
real.
it's tough. You know, it's tough. But
For
you could do it though. After 3 months, you'll definitely walk out a better fighter, a better person too.
All right, cool. I was gonna say, if I did want to get into boxing, someone like me, what's like the first thing I should do? Not like start boxing, but like maybe if it's just jump roping every day, like what's something
I say running.
Running.
Yeah, do a lot of running. 3 miles, 4 miles a day, and that's gonna help you out a lot.
See, so if you want to start boxing, bro, just start running.
Shit, I don't know if I'm gonna be boxing anytime soon, but I'm gonna be fit though. I get in the ring for a little 5K. It depends on fighting. I get in the ring for sure.
Yeah.
You feel me?
You
But
can't get knocked down once.
nah, damn, shit. Knocked down once, I'm gonna be definitely running the ropes, be running like a mug.
I mean, all you got to do is dodge and weave.
I'm gonna be. Hey, best believe I'm gonna be throwing them. But it's like 5 rounds. And how many rounds we going?
You got it's like 5-6 rounds.
5, 6. Shit. Depends who he is. If it's Leo, shit, I don't know. I may fuck around.
I was gonna say, do you think like that dodging and weaving will really work, or like he'll have like still like a wear and tear on your body because of like stamina?
That, believe it or not, that dodging and weaving, it takes energy. So yeah, everything takes energy. I'm telling you, when you get to this level, everything matters. You know?
Hey man, trust me, I know. I was gonna say, I see my guy at the gym all the time. He literally there almost every single night. I'm like, man, sauna and everything, but I can only imagine.
Man, and they say like getting hit in the kidney. Is that like the hardest? Like, is that where you can get hit and get hurt the most? Like, where's the hardest body part where a boxer you can get hit with and it hurt?
I'm glad you brought that up because my favorite punch is the liver shot. Yeah, the liver shot. Yeah, most of my knockouts are from that shot right there, the liver shot.
The liver shot.
Yeah.
Damn.
And there's like a certain way you gotta hit and a certain place that you gotta place it.
For sure, bro.
Are you taking those, bro?
A liver shot?
Yeah.
I'm
I'm gonna start hitting people
right
with
above
liver
the rib.
shots.
Hey,
Just right above the rib.
man.
For sure, bro. And with that being said, bro, 2026.
Wait, one more question. Like, before you retire or anything, is there any way you would try like a UFC match, just for like fun? Like, know what? I'll just try it for fun, or nah?
A UFC match?
Yeah.
I'll try it. Yeah, why not?
Hey,
yeah,
there you go. Why not?
I'm a fighter at the end of the day, so I would try it. I know at the gym that I train out of, they do jiu-jitsu and all that, and the jiu-jitsu coach is always telling me to try. He's like, whenever you want. He's like, let me know. He's like, I'll teach you. I'll teach you a little bit. He's like, and I'll help you in your boxing too, because I guess it's like a lot of movement with your hands and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, I'm down. But I just haven't got to it.
Man.
Yeah.
For sure, bro. 2026, we here, full of flash. Give me at least the top 5 fighters you would want to take a fight from this year, and you hope that you can get this year.
5 fighters that I would like to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so number 1 would be Inoue.
Yep.
Second would be Espinosa. Nick Ball. And then the 4th one, Fulton.
Okay. Yeah.
Fulton. And then number 5, I would go for somebody at 130.
Okay.
Yeah. 130. Yeah. One of the champions at 130.
There we go.
Yeah.
For sure, bro.
Man.
And out of all those locations, where would you want to fight?
What's your dream location?
Man, believe it or not, Vegas.
Hey.
Yeah, Vegas. Yeah, Mandalay Bay.
Mm.
That'd be dope. Mandalay Bay, MGM Grand.
There you go.
Yeah. T-Mobile.
Oh yeah,
Sell
T-Mobile
out,
Arena.
T-Mobile.
Sell out
Sell out
T-Mobile
crowd,
Arena,
T-Mobile,
bro.
T-Mobile.
Just you book it. Hey, let me know. I'm gonna be there.
No,
Let me.
for
Let me.
real.
Hey, yo, Leo, bro. Hey, we been here,
For
bro.
sure,
Let
for
me
sure.
know for sure,
Yeah.
bro. But most definitely, bro. A lot of those top fighters, you feel that you're better than, or you can put up a good fight.
Yeah.
And hopefully 2026, you heard it here first, bro. Hopefully he can get one of those, and he gonna make it happen, regardless of what it is. He's gonna make it happen, bro. Definitely, bro.
Definitely. And to wrap it up, we ask everyone, what does success look like to you in 2026?
Success looks like just getting those W's.
Mm-hmm.
Getting
There you
those
go.
W's. That's about it. Just getting those W's, more belts, and yeah, that's it.
That
Just getting
sellout
those
crowd
W's.
at T-Mobile, that's what we finna hope for right
You
there.
heard it
There
here
we go.
first,
There we
bro.
go.
Yes,
Leo,
sir,
bro.
yes, sir.
Appreciate you for letting us have you on, bro. It's an honor, it's a blessing, bro. We keep you going, keep you pushing, bro. We hope you the best.
Yes,
and
sir.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, bro.
And thank you guys. Appreciate you guys as well.
For
course,
sure,
of
bro.
course,
You
bro.
heard it here first, but we gonna wrap it up, bro. For the culture, we out.
We out.